Hi, Scorpio. Okay, let's get into it. My name is Aura. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Well, we have recognition. We have, like I said, recognition. For whatever reason, spotlight's on you. It's a lot going on. Some cards came flipped upside down, or flipped face down. So we'll get into that. What I do see, I'm going to get into the things that I see first. And then I'll look at the ones that I don't, that aren't quite visible. We had this it comes to a head. It's big ass pimple burst. A bubble has been burst. Okay. Getting tired of it. It's you see his naked ass. It's so unexpected. This person had no time to do anything. They got caught with their pants down, or they got caught, balls out. It was no preparation for this tower in regards to this here. It could have been inside of a home or outside of a home. Ooh, getting caught, getting um, the bomb dropped on you when you're least expecting it, when things are good or seemingly good, and all of a sudden, a grenade gets dropped in the living room. Everything you have little to no time to react. All your senses are kind of drowned out. It's trying to absorb what is going on here. And it almost seemed like these are two cards that were face down. It's like counterproductive. This is temperance and energy, and then this is Saturn and Sagittarius. Sagittarian energy here, working at cross purposes. The balance is this way towards the tower. This person was doing everything away from the conflict, away from the confrontation in the tower. They were trying to work around it. And it was like, it's not something that you get over or around. You got to go through this. You have to get through this. And it's time that you address it. Not now, but right now. Okay. So we need to talk about some things that aren't so clear. They've been a little suspect, a little hidden, and this person has been apprehensive that they're gonna come out, be talked about, be seen. My chest is feeling some kind of way right now. It's almost as if the things that allude to this tower, the things that come up with this tower, this conflict is surrounding family, the piece of it, the lack thereof, the responsibilities, the burden of this facade. Okay. And I mean, this is sticking out like a sore thumb. It doesn't even feel like it fits in the reading. And that's the reason why the tower is here. This conflict had to have happened because this is surface shit. This is the foundation of it. It's corroding from the inside out. And that's why the code enforcement, the universe has stepped in like, hey man, this is uninhabitable. You can't live here. This shit is about to crumble. This shit is this is a fire hazard. And right while all of this is happening, you You receive messages from someone who can feel it, someone who can sense it. It's a very oh, charger, charger, charger. Oh, it's right there. Right. Oh, sorry. You have to get this side. Thank you. This has come as a download. This has come as intuitive messages. And they're relaying them in their waking life. They're bringing them to the forefront. It's like what you don't realize is this person actually has gotten information knowingly and unknowingly, consciously and unconsciously, nuances in their environment that put them in a state like this. But they're coming to you with a renewal, okay? This person is holding very little, okay? They see, they can sense, they can feel. Wands are spirit, wands are energy, right? They're traveling with a light load, a light heart, a light mind, a light spirit. And they can feel the density of this burden. My chest is so open. God, so open. But what they also have are the remnants. They're taking rest and reprieve in accordance to what is being felt here in this Five of Swords. The difference between these two, which you don't see, is the Four of Swords. That is the rest. They're having to take time off work, having to meditate more, having to really center and ground and repel certain thoughts and things that are cropping up because they don't understand fully the details. Nothing's being expressed to them, but they're thinking, they're receiving the news anyway. They're receiving it anyway. It's a strong ass feeling. Scorpio. Okay. I get peacekeeper. These two cards came out first, Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, and then I get the Strength and the Queen of Swords. And while this Strength card, the woman in the Strength card, not many people fully understand her position. It's to me where it's two natures of a person, but it also it could be two different types of people working together. The intention of the Queen of Swords is that of the Strength, not to overpower, but to work in conjunction with. It's a powerhouse energy to combine two unlike forces, like a person and a familiar. They work together. You're being thrown a bone, so to speak. You're being given a resource. Yeah. You're being given a resource. What you thought you knew is no longer. And that's where temperance comes in to release, help alleviate it. You have to come into a spiritual balance first in preparation for this. Otherwise, it can be detrimental to a person's health, their state of mind, their state of being. It can be a physical preparation, it can be a mental preparation, like seeing a movie that relates directly to something you're going through and the outcome is unfavorable. And you're like, damn, well, I was relating to this movie until it got to the climax and the end, and I saw an outcome that I just didn't agree with wholeheartedly because it goes against what you assumed and what you desire, right? But to get to the end of the movie and it's like kind of jarring to the point where it's almost personal, that's a heads up. Or to read about your favorite celebrities and you see kinship or similarities in the way that they met their person or they relate to their person, or I don't know, you feel a kinship, a similarity, or it's something to that effect, like, and you can't really explain it, but it's almost a feeling of familiarity, like you know them because you know yourself, and it's almost like this is similar to my story, my situation, and something happens, and the whole thing as you know it, it's no longer. And you're like, oh, well, how much do I relate to that? I really don't want to relate to that. The fact is that that is a synchronicity showing you through an actual event what's headed. So you may be getting messages about something perceived that can relate to the tower that is happening now or is about to occur. This has been relayed information about this specific event, and this person is reaching out. This person is saying, hey, I didn't know why I was feeling such heaviness, but I'm coming, hey, what's up? How you been? You are on my mind. How are you? How have things been? You know, okay, well, I'm thinking about you. Just letting you know that I'm here if you need to talk. It's like, but you have no clue about the information they've been receiving. And that's kind of scary. It's this can all be in dream state to where a person doesn't even realize what's happening. So when they wake up and they reach out, it seems like it's coming out of nowhere or it's unrelated when it's really more related than you understand. So I would say speak openly. Um, this person has an abundance of experience, and that's why they have such lighthearted energy around them. You got all these butterflies, and it's really a place of mental, emotional, and physical stability. And then you have this energy here that doesn't have as much experience and has, this is a very grand display of something specific. And this person has many different types of, I say flight. There's an eagle there, or some type of bird. You got ladybugs, you got butterflies. So there's a lot of things in flight, in motion with this particular energy. And this one here is stable. It's just sitting. It's not really showing what all it can do. So this person has a better handle on what they do, how they do it, how they get through it. They have more experience in that regard. And that's something that you should be open to learning. Even if it just comes through as a message. Hey, how you doing? How's your day going? You just crossed my mind. So that's where that recognition, comes in. But I do feel it'll help. It'll help, definitely. This looks like it may be career related, where things are uncertain. This takes you out of that unknowing, takes you out of that questioning. What is, am I going to get that promotion? Am I going to go to another job? Or this kind of, this has been taken off the table. You thought it was a great environment to be in, and you've been shown otherwise. Someone's true colors, or the boundaries that have been set, the bridges that have been burned, really give testament to what this opportunity, what this situation is really about. And it wasn't really worth it. It seemed like the more that you did, you were moving further away from your balance, further away from your peace. And the only way to get to it, to really get to it, is to get through it. So we have this collision, clash of mind, clash of words, not sensing it was a physical altercation. But you have someone worried about you. You have somebody who wants to help. You have somebody who wants to hear and wants to know that you're okay. And they want to help you be okay because they've been through it. They have the experience to assist with that. They know how. So you have intermission. You have counsel. You have someone who can show you how not to be an enemy against your own will, to work with the very things that you're afraid of and the very things that you fear, because it is as simple as deciding. But that's something that's kind of difficult to do when there's all these different components, there's all these different variables. And instead of trying to decipher how each and every single one of them is going to turn out and try to foresee those decisions through to the end, that's not for you to see. It's for you to move on. It's for you to decide and to act, to come out of this and move through with this. This is a positive reinforcement. This Queen of Swords has been coming up. Okay. This is positive reinforcement that you can and you will. And the very thing, the very experience that you don't have much experience with, this person has had experience with. And that's what they're trying to show you, so that you can begin again, that you can begin with your own sense of knowing, with your own sense of stability. So it won't be so hard, so it won't be so burdensome later on.